All right, fellow pilots, good morning and welcome. Today I want to do a really fast video. We're going to announce two things, right? Sim Update 6 is dropping. It's live. It's ready to go now. But this video is going to be valid for this and also future updates. I'm going to call it the best operating practices. And thank you for Drew for writing this up. I mean, it's just really well said. It's very short. I'll try to keep this short so you guys can get the most for your time here. And if it's your first time here, I want to say welcome. My name is Jose. I'm an air traffic controller, huge VR flight sim, aviation geek and nerd. So love all the stuff, love flying in VR. It's why I have my sim pit back here. But anyways, there we go. Finally did it correctly, guys. So over on our Facebook group, Drew had posted this morning, and check out this meme. Is this not just amazing? I mean, I think it is. It's really funny. You know, we normally have a lot of issues when these sim updates drop. Let me not say that. We don't normally have a lot of issues. Some of us are prone to a lot more bugs than others, I guess. So anyways, it's just kind of known when the sim update drops, things happen, things break. So let's get into this again, guys. It's kind of like the best operating practices. It's what I'm going to call them. So Drew talks about here, Sim Update 6, it's coming today, as we go through this every single time. So kind of just read these notes, check them out. The first thing we're going to talk about is that these updates, it's already live today, but again, in the future, this is normally how it happens. The updates go live around 8 a.m. Pacific, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. on British Standard Time, UK time. So keep that in mind. And also sometimes they go a little bit late. So I got Drew texting me in the corner down here. Hold on. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew, for all the help. I appreciate it. So Drew's been amazing. He's always helped me out here in the forums and in the group. So thanks again. But anyways, as we continue over here, guys, you know, sometimes updates are delayed a little bit, right? So let's just keep that in mind that happens. Different things happen, right? They might have to wait for a server to reboot or something. I don't know. The next big thing is when these updates go live, you got to reboot your PC, right? So most of us have either purchased Microsoft Flight Sim on either one or two platforms on Steam or the computer. So if you purchase it through the computer, you're going to have to reboot your PC. It's just the simplest way to kind of get everything going. And once you do that, you're going to have a list of updates right there on Windows updates. And normally just do that because it's going to say maybe that Xbox game bar, which happened to me this time. I do recommend downloading the Xbox app. Again, I know you're on PC, but this is also integrated with Xbox, and having the Xbox app, it's separate from the Xbox game bar. The Xbox app, it's critical to helping you update. So definitely have that downloaded, make sure it's update. But if it says, hey, update your Xbox game bar, go ahead and do that as well, just to prevent any issues. But that's the best way to update it if you have it through your PC. Now you might be able to actually just update it by running Microsoft Flight Sim, and it might actually just pick it up and work great. So if you have any issues, suggest you get the Xbox game app. Now, if you've purchased this through Steam, I'd probably just close Steam completely, reopen it again, and it's going to pick it up, say, hey, update for Microsoft Flight Sim, update, boom, there you go. So that's pretty simple, straightforward on that. But this has caused issues in the past because it wasn't that straightforward and it was kind of weird. So maybe it's not that straightforward. Next big thing here is community folder. You know, people talk about this. Do I need to move it? Do I need to rename it? I made a video on this, and this is the thing. Microsoft Asobo has said, hey, listen, rename your community folder as a best operating practice, especially if you have a lot of files in there. And honestly, this is what Drew is saying here. He's like, if you have a bunch of add-ons that you did not buy or download through Microsoft Flight Sim built-in marketplace, you know, it's recommended you rename your community folder. So let's be real. For those who have Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox, are they renaming a community folder? No, they're not. But at the same time, they're also not downloading things from flightsim.to that are like not even beta. They're like Charlie deltas. These items are like, you know, people putting together files, creating, you know, whether it's a scenery or custom files that are doing a lot more complex stuff. Some of it is just simple, right? It's an aircraft. But again, people on Xbox are not super modifying the sim. And so us on PC, we got to take a little bit more precaution if we're doing that. So the idea is to simply rename your community folder, right? Once you rename your community folder, you don't have to sit here and move the file. Just rename the folder, community.old, update your sim. And then when you finish updating, you start the sim, exit it again, and go ahead and delete the community folder. The new one, it's going to make one. It's going to be empty. Double check it for yourself. Delete that. And then take your community old folder, whatever you called it, rename it community, and all your files should be there. Now we're going to go into the second part of this, which is going to say that the updates sometimes break add-ons. So you guys have to keep this in mind. So it's not to say that everything's going to work. You know, just because Microsoft Flight Sim has updated, it doesn't mean that the developer has added all those features, or maybe those features, that code that is now in the system, is going to cause issues. For example, they're going to add smoke, right? So now the aircraft can now emit smoke, or when the gear touches down, there's going to be smoke on the tires. That's not magically put in there. It has to be coded in by the developers, because now the code has been put in there from Microsoft Asobo. That's something simple, but there might be other things that might cause issues and break either sceneries, textures, aircrafts, flight models. So it's not ideal, but it's happened. It does happen. It's just something for us to be aware of. Now, hopefully those on the Xbox are connected separately to another server from those on the PC, because we all know PC master race, right? But expect some delays, guys. There's a lot of people downloading this, and if you also don't have a very fast internet speed, or if you're running on Wi-Fi, I mean, there's just a lot of factors. You know, it's gonna take a little bit of time as everyone's jumping online to download this. So just keep that in mind. Be patient. Try to update, reboot your computer, and finally, you know, I think he tries to cover it here. You know, he's like, try not to flood all the groups with Microsoft broke my sim. You know, try to, you know, read, try to ask, try to see if anybody else is having the same issues before you start flooding the forums and the groups here with all those comments, because I feel like it happens every single time, and we get it. You know, everyone's having different things going on, and you don't always find a solution. But also keep in mind that any serious issues that you guys might have, try to report them on the Microsoft Flight Sim official forums, which I'll leave those linked below. But again, these are just best operating practices, not just for today's update, Sim Update 6, but just in general, because these things are pretty standard, you know. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. Another thing I want to go over, the patch notes are officially released here. These were posted here by Ollie over on the official forums. And I'm not going to go over all of them right now, but we're looking to get some stability updates. And the big thing that stood out for me was several crashes, because I've been having those as well. I don't know if you guys have, but I definitely have. It's been really good, amazing flights, really smooth ever since I went from Windows 11 back down to Windows 10, but then all of a sudden a CTD, and it's just a bummer. So again, navigation, weather, VR, talking about activity, planes, just a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to go over it now, because I just want to bring this short video to you guys and talk about the standard operating procedures, but I will recap VR, because that's what I love to do, and that's what we're all about here. So the aliasing in the menus, right? It's been jaggies. You have a lot of jagged lines on the menus and everything. So they said that that's been updated. Fix some lighting issues in VR, which I'm about to test as soon as I finish recording this. Wrong camera initial rotation in some cockpit. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that. Fix the dot cursor when using the mouse. So anyways, they fixed the mouse cursor depth when hovering over the toolbar, and improved general stability in VR, which is welcome. That's excellent. Super excited to finish this. I'm gonna have to go to work here in a little bit, but hopefully I'll get a flight in. Hopefully I'll give you guys some feedback on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord as well. But anyways, guys, super excited. And again, guys, if you did watch my last video, really fast here, guys, Varjo, October 21, we want to pay attention to this. I'm telling you guys, let's get ready. I can't say much. I can't really say anything, but just be ready. I'm definitely excited, and it's going to be really cool. So Varjo 21, October 21, Varjo has an announcement for a launch event, and they're saying right there, this is the one you've been waiting for. I want to say I agree. So can I say that? I can say I agree. Also, I can say I'm excited. So anyways, guys, we're just a few days away from that. I'm gonna have some updates on that day as soon as it launches. Literally, I'm gonna just record something and let you guys know where I'm at and what it is. But definitely check that out, and check my last video, because Steve, your Flight Sim guy, talks about their current product, which is really cool. Anyways, guys, welcome. Thank you so much. Share this with some friends. Give it a thumbs up if it brought some value to you. And if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments below. Any questions, you know, I really try to get on there and answer them for you guys. So happy to have you here. Thank you. And if there's any other tips or tricks that you have found that help you when updating Microsoft Flight Sim as far as best operating practices, put them down there below so others can read. And when I do an updated video later on, I'll share those as well. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. Be well. Take it easy. Peace out.